we're going to be in 1 Corinthians chapter 13 this morning. Talk about love a little bit today. So I'm going to go ahead and pray and we'll get started. Lord, thank you for today. Thank you for waking us all up. Holy Spirit, I pray that you just help to make this time fruitful, Lord. Just help me to keep my own thoughts to the side, Lord, and just allow you to speak. As always, Lord, I pray for open ears, open hearts, for everyone in the room, Lord, including myself, that we can receive this word with love. We just love you in Jesus' name. Amen. So the way of love. If I speak in the tongues of men and of angels, but have not love, I am a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. And if I have prophetic power and understanding all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have all faith so as to remove mountains but have not love, I am nothing. If I give away all I have, and if I deliver up my body to be burned but have not love, I gain nothing. I think you've heard me before say, you can do the right things for the wrong reasons, and it's still the wrong thing to do. If there's any selfish ambition or fleshly desires or anything that you hope to gain from what you're doing, you should really take a step back and look at that. Oh, well, I did this, so I should get a pat on the back. Look at me. It's not what it is. Love is sacrificial. Love is for others. If it's anything besides that, it's lust. What can it do for me? What benefits in it for me? If it doesn't benefit me in some way, I'm not going to do it. And that's the way of the world. That's what the world teaches us. Like, why would you waste your time doing that if you're not getting anything for it? You've heard that. We've all heard that. Well, I can't work this job. They didn't pay me enough. Why should I do this and this and this for that? Just give you a couple examples of how we've all heard that. Love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. I love that little section. That's what you want to do. 1 Corinthians 13 is, I've taught out of it before. I don't know if I've done a deal or not out of it before, but it really kind of has a way of just really punching in the gut. Because, we all fall so short of this all the time. And we don't even mean to. Like, it's so easy. Like, think about it. How many times have you, something didn't go your way and it frustrated you, and you're just like, hop right off. It says something you shouldn't know. It's done something you shouldn't know. I've done it so many times. And the thing about it really is hard about that happening here, where we're all so close together, is everybody's watching. And it's crazy because it's going to be even more so out in the world. People are going to be watching you even more out there. Because, they say they're Christian. Don't seem any different to me. Don't act any different than I do. They know better than me. We should respond. I'm not any better than you. I was you. I'm no better. The only thing different than me is I have Christ. That's it. Without him, I'm you. Without him dwelling inside of us, we are the world. We can't be patient and kind and loving and selfless without ends. As for prophecies, they will pass away. As for tongues, they will cease. As for knowledge, it will pass away. For we know in part, and we prophesy in part. But when the perfect comes, the partial will pass away. Here is a great verse for all of us. When I was a child, I spoke like a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. When I became a man, I grew up. I gave up childish ways. For now, we see in a mirror dimly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, that I shall know fully, even as I have been fully known. So now faith, hope, and love abide, these three, but the greatest of these is love. When I was a child, I spoke like a child, I thought like a child, I reasoned like a child. Mine. Everything is about me. There's a reason why sometimes we're like, I've had people in the office be like, you ain't gonna talk to me like a child. Well, stop acting like one. Walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, is probably a duck. If you act like a child, you conduct yourself like a child, guess what you are? Don't matter how old you are. You're a child. I was a 38-year-old child when I walked in these doors. I was. And I was a 39-year-old child after a year. And I'm starting to maybe get out of my childhood. I would say maybe adolescence. Forgive me. I still have moments, man. We all do. Nobody's perfect. We've all sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. But without love, what do we have, We have to be able to go, hey, look, I'm sorry. I shouldn't act like that. You're right. That was my bad. Love covers a multitude of sins. Can't remember where it's at. Man, I love 1 Corinthians 13. If you look at Peter, I think it's crazy. The difference you see in Peter from the Gospels to his epistles. Peter was very just whatever, said whatever, did whatever, quick to anger, quick to just do things. And then you see him in Acts, after the Holy Spirit comes, and he's totally different. He's totally different in his epistles. He even gets corrected in Acts by Paul when they're sitting down with Gentiles, and then the circumcision party comes in, and Peter gets up. He's like, oh. And Paul calls him out to his face. And what does Peter do? He doesn't throw a fit. He doesn't start acting like a child, calling names and breaking stuff. He takes that. Because he knew he was wrong. Being able to own up to not just the things that we've done in our past, right? That's easy. Yeah, I can own up to the things I've done in my past because it's over. It's the past. It's done. So why can't we own up to the things that we do now? Oh, man. Somebody else's fault. If they wouldn't have done this, then I wouldn't have. Just because somebody does something doesn't mean you have the excuse to do what you want. Oh, they hurt my feelings, so I'm going to act like a child. No, you wanted to act like a child, and then you got an excuse to do it. That's what happens. Me too, dude. I'm not up here just being like, oh, you guys. Because me too, man. Me too. no greater love than this, than a man lay down his life for his brothers. Since therefore Christ suffered in the flesh, arm yourselves with the same way of thinking. For whoever has suffered in the flesh has ceased from sin, so as to live for the rest of the time in the flesh, no longer for human passions, but for the will of God. For the time that is past suffices for doing what the Gentiles want to do, living in sensuality, passions, drunkenness, orgies, drinking parties, and lawless idolatry. With respect to this, they are surprised when you do not join them in the same flood of debauchery, and they malign you. But they will give account to him who is ready to judge the living and the dead, for this is why the gospel is preached, even to those who are dead, that though judged in the flesh the way people are, they might live in the spirit the way God lives. So, I bet you're sitting there going, what does this have to do with love? Like, how did you go from that to that? Okay, well, these are all fleshly things. These are all desires that we have. Yeah. All these things. At one point in time, we were like, yeah. Step one. And then something happens. You start to understand just how serious the sacrifice was that Christ made for us, and who he actually was, and the fact that he, the creator of all things, died on that cross for us, and knew he was going to do it before he ever created anything. That's love. And what will happen is you'll still have these thoughts occasionally about like, oh man, I should go do this, or like, oh, this would be nice, or it's been so long since fill in the blank. Well, one time's not going to hurt. And then something happens, you get that little feeling in your gut. The Holy Spirit's like, and then something clicks in your brain and you go, why would I stop all over the blood of Jesus? Because our minds go, oh, we're forgiven. It's okay. I mean, we should really get to a point where we love Jesus. To a point where the thought of doing anything against him will break your heart. That's love. Because it doesn't matter about you. Love does not have you in mind. Your love should not have you in mind at all. And it's not easy. There are so many times when I'm like, okay, and I think something, I'm like, how's that benefit anybody else? And it's weird because that's not who I was. It's weird to me that my brain works like that now. And it's only because of Christ. It's only because the Spirit of God lives in me. And like I said, my brain still goes there. It's not that I just don't think like that anymore, because I do. It happens all the time. But you have to take every thought captive to the obedience of Christ. We love because he first loved us. Not the other way around. There's nothing that we in and of ourselves can do that is good, righteous, loving. Everything we do in a carnal state, in our own flesh, is selfish. It's about us. Don't beat yourself up when you have been doing this for a while and you realize, man, my brain still goes there. Because it's always going to. As long as you're in the flesh, it's always going to. But we have to fight that. We don't fight against flesh and blood, flesh and bone. We fight against principalities and powers. It's not your brother or your sister that you're mad at. It's not your brother or sister that's giving you a problem. It's all spiritual. We have to operate in a place of life. And I fall short all the time. How am I going to be mad at somebody, or how am I going to not forgive somebody for what they did to me? Look at all the stuff I did to other people. I was a terrible person. And without Christ, I still am. I know those things are still in me because I did them. We have a unique position in the kingdom of God. So many people have never lived on the other side. And when you don't know, you just don't know. The fact that God pulled us all out of that and still decided that we